Thursday training wrapping up for FC Cincinnati here at Gelehrter Stadium. Saturday's celebration behind the orange and blue, and FC Cincinnati just about set for Pittsburgh on a Saturday night at 7 o'clock. Tom Gelehrter alongside my broadcast partner Kevin McCloskey as we get you set with our weekly preview. And Alan Koch has alluded to now with 2 regular season matches remaining, it's full-bore prep for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think he talked about it as well. It's not going to be as much a challenge as people think too, because of the strength of the squad, which I think is very legitimate. You know, it's a reason again why FC Cincinnati being competitive through different challenges, home and away, and I don't think that changes really on Saturday. I do think it provides a good opportunity though to tweak some things and look at some partnerships.
We saw heavy rotation in the win on Saturday at Highmark Stadium, and now Alan Koch has to settle in. Who's going to be his starting 11? Who are the guys that will be coming in off the bench in the playoffs? There's a lot of competition. Which position group do you see the most competition at?
I think midfield, is probably, you look at the central players that we have, and there's certainly room for competition, healthy competition. And the hardest part for Alan is at what time against which opponent does a certain partnership start. And I think that's the hardest thing for a coach, is figuring out that, the player alongside of each other and who's effective with who. So it's interesting. I think it's Alan's choice, which is good. I'm glad it's not your eyes choice, Tommy, for sure. But I do think it's a benefit. I think it's a luxury. I've said that, for a long time.
I can promise you nobody is asking me what the playoff starting 11 should be. The opponent on Saturday night at 7 o'clock will be on the road at Highmark Stadium. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds, a team that's having a great season, that's fighting to try to get that 2 seed, which would mean the potential of 2 home playoff games for Pittsburgh. And I think Alan's excited to have a team that still has something to fight for, being their opponent this weekend.
It's the closest thing really to that playoff scenario. You've got a quality team in a hostile environment, which adds a little bit of a different challenge. I think Pittsburgh obviously are a quality team that are well coached as well, and really again it's set up fantastically for FC Cincinnati to have this challenge so close to the playoffs.
FC Cincinnati on the road against the Hounds, 7 o'clock. Kevin and I will have the call for you on Star 64, the second to last regular season match for the Orange and Blue. They'll go for their 22nd straight undefeated, and we'll see you on Saturday night. Thanks for tuning in.